Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome back to some more Minecraft Survival here in my single player world, where today is the day that we finish our custom village project. We are oh so close to being able to call this place fully complete, and all we've really got left to do is actually just fly over here and pretty much just finish this area. It's looking awfully bland at the moment, and the main reason of that is because we are missing pathways as well as some trees and a few other bits and bobs here and there. That's what we've got to do as far as building is concerned, but I would also like to move over some villagers because our village has a population of probably single digits at the moment, at least those that are free roaming. So yeah, those are going to be the two things that we do today in order to finalize Fisher's Nest. And I think the first one of those things that we do today is actually finish off the pathways on this half of the village. I got very scared by that guy then. I thought there was a genuine small villager. No, just an armor stand. So at the moment, this is as far as the pathway stretches. We still have quite a lot more left to do, and I'm actually going to do it in a live stream. I've got one starting pretty shortly here, so I'm going to go get my resources together, do a live stream, and then we can get these pathways all done. And by the way, if you want to catch more live streams in the future and you're not already following me on Twitch, then you can do that. My name is that in the top left hand corner of the screen. There's also some other stuff now, but all of my links are down in the description below, so if you want to follow me over there, feel free to do that. I'd love to see you on a live stream sometime. And if for whatever reason you cannot come to the streams, maybe you don't have Twitch in your country, or you're not free on Sundays, which is my stream day, then you can also go over to my second channel, which is, as you guessed, linked in the description, because I upload my stream replays there the following day. So you're not missing out on anything. That option is always there. Anyway, I think that's enough self-promotion. Let's get started on these pathways, shall we? One live stream later and we are finished. I have had to do a little bit of work post live stream, but that was really just adding in our shortcut alleyways here, but we'll come back to them later. So as you can see, all of our stone cobble streets are fully added in, and just by doing this I feel like this side of the island or village has been completely transformed. They really do help with immersion, I think, and yeah, it's just a great addition when you get the pathways all done. It really makes it all come together. So yeah, as you can see, we have all of our stone pathways done using our cobble, andesite and gravel, as well as a little bit of coarse dirt and granite, as well as a tiny bit of mossy cobblestone. But we do every now and again have these small alleyways for shortcuts. We have this one here going between these two builds in the high street, so if I just walk on through, you can see you're popped out right here. So that's one of them, for example, and you can see the texture changes. It's basically meant to be a shortcut that a villager would take, but it's not really an official pathway, so it's not being paved over with these stone blocks, and they've kind of just got the grass all muddy, and it's probably pretty squelchy going through here, I would imagine, which is why we're using the podzol and some coarse dirt and no actual stone blocks. I know granite is technically a stone block, but I'm just kind of pretending this is like a really hard mud, shall we say. And it also leads to the outhouse round the back of the inn and storage building here, and then we do have a slightly larger one round here. Now that I've got this actually built up, I maybe should have made this into an actual pathway because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's not quite as thin as that one over there, but basically wrapping around the back of the meeting hall here, we just have an alleyway kind of cutting through. I don't think people would take this very often, but they've obviously taken it enough to mess up the terrain here. So yeah, we've got that one added in. I may add a couple more here or there as we get some more things built, but for the most part, that is all of our pathways done. And you're probably thinking, this is a really open area with not a whole lot going on. Don't worry, we're going to build something here, but that's going to have to save for later. You know, that sounded right in my head as I said it. It was only when I listened back to the clip and realized I completely fluffed that last line there. I was meant to say, it's gonna have to be saved until later, because right now we have to do the more natural side of the build, such as the custom trees and the bone mealing and adding in all of the flowers. And there's also a couple of spots where I'm thinking I should maybe add some sort of natural structure, if that makes sense. Like round the back of the moneylender's office here, we have this great big open grass spot, and I think it would be a really nice area for a little pond or something like that. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to get started with now, adding in the ponds and the trees and all of the bone meal, and going that extra step to fully transforming this side of the village. And then after that, it's only a handful of things we have left to do. Before the villagers, of course. From a distance, there doesn't honestly look like a lot has changed, but if we actually just zoom in here and pan across, you can see we do have quite a lot of custom trees and many different flowers, which are always quite a pain to place down. In hindsight, I maybe should have just stuck to the ones that naturally grow when you bone meal the floor, but I like all of the colors, I'll be honest. So yeah, we have all of our trees, all of the bone milled grass, and then I guess we can just take a fly on here, get through this gap. Wow, I am impressed I did not take damage there. Go me! We have brought out one of our other little pathways here just to this pond. I don't know whether it would need a pathway or not, but it just felt kind of weird to have this open stretch that wasn't a pathway. So yeah, we have a little pond around the back of the moneylender's office here. I think it's quite a nice little serene area for people to go and chill at. So I'm just having a stroll around the village, thinking to myself what left we have to add in, and I really can only think of two more things. One of them is to build whatever we're going to build over here in this open area. Squid, are you okay? Probably not. We may build like a water fountain or a statue of some kind. I'm not entirely sure just yet. But the other thing is some lampposts. If we actually just take a quick fly over to the opposite side of the village, slam our head into the concrete, and you can see this is our lamppost design. Super simple, but it just makes it so if, you know, once in a blue moon I do actually let it turn to nighttime in this place, the streets will be nice and lit up. But I do tend to avoid that at all costs because, you know, mobs are a thing, and there's villagers, and zombie is a mob, and they get them. So yeah, it's very rare that I let nighttime even occur when I'm near the village. So it's probably not needed, but I think they're a good thing to add anyway. And as for lighting up the rest of the village so it's completely spawn proof, not gonna happen. No way, Jose. I do not have the time nor patience to make everything within these walls above light level 7. I personally really think Mojang should add another way to stop mob spawning that isn't just making it above a certain light level. I personally think they should add an option to the beacon. Even if you had to like pay a netherite ingot every time you wanted to activate it, I think that would be a really fair trade, because honestly, it's really annoying trying to stop mob spawning whilst also maintaining, you know, a good light level in your builds. It's quite annoying. Maybe one day they can add something like that. But yeah, that's all we've got left to do. Lampposts and whatever's going over there. Some other things may come to mind, but for right now, I believe that's all we have left to do. I've just about managed to fit this water fountain in. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but I managed to get there in the end. It only slightly fits. I thought I had more room than this, but apparently not. So yeah, here's our water fountain, looking pretty cool. It's kind of similar to the one we have over there, just beside our tavern and church. And I made a couple of changes on this one. The only thing that's really noticeable is the addition of some more mossy and cracked stone brick, because that didn't have any, but this one did, and that didn't really make sense in my mind, so I just added some more of that over there to kind of look a bit more like this one. But the shape and size is different, and another thing that's different with this one is we actually have some little iron and gold nuggets on the floor of the water fountain here, and it's kind of meant to be like a wishing well. You know how you would chuck pennies into a water fountain sometime and make a wish? That's basically what's going on here. The villagers have chucked their some sort of currency into the fountain, which I just think is pretty cool. But yeah, this nicely fills up the the open area. Pretty happy with how it turned out. We, of course, have all of our lampposts in, lighting up the streetways, which means the building for the village is done. We could call it quits here. We wouldn't have to even spend another second over in this village, but it's lacking one very important thing: villagers. And currently, all of the residents in Fisher's Nest are on this side of the village, and a lot of them have made their way inside of this garden. These three are just permanently here. I do not know why. Well, I know why you're here, because you're a farmer, but there's not even a composter around, so I'm not sure how you've managed that. But yeah, they do not move from this area. I don't think they figure this is a way out. Maybe I should just break that fence, and they may actually come out sometime. Let's do that. Let's give them a fighting chance. Maybe we'll see them wandering around. But yeah, we do have a couple of others here or there dotted around. Not that I can see any at the moment, but I can assure you they're here unless they've been eaten by zombies, in which case they're not here. They're definitely not here. And then we also have all of our villagers locked away in their homes. As you can see here with the cleric, for example, he's in there stuck behind the trapdoors. And I'm thinking later on, I may actually just set these guys free, because I'm not going to trade with them anymore. And I think I should just let them roam wild. They might die, but that would be okay. It wouldn't be, but, you know, I think they'll be fine. Having said that, like I said earlier, I really don't know where the others have gone. I can assure you I put more villagers in. I think they've been eaten, because I can't find a single one. Okay, gonna have to watch the nighttime a little bit more. Now, we don't exactly need this place booming with villagers, otherwise it's just going to cause a lot of unnecessary lag, and it's also going to take a very long time to populate it that much. I'm only looking for a large handful, shall we say, not a small handful, like a double-fisted handful of villagers roaming around this village here, just to add a little bit of life to it. And basically, in case you don't know, I actually have a villager breeder underneath this campsite out here, and you can get to it through a hole in the ground. Here it is. This is kind of where I transport them, and I've had it turned off for a long time, so currently there's no baby villagers at the end here. You can see it here. There they are up there. They should be breeding now, hopefully, but in hindsight I maybe should have turned it on a lot earlier and it would have saved myself some waiting time now, because basically that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait for probably a couple of days. Honestly, it's not that fast of a breeder, so I'm gonna go about doing some other things with other videos and some other real life stuff, and I'm gonna move them over periodically to different parts of the village, and I will be back in a long time probably, but for you, no more than a couple of seconds. Hang on a second. I see a villager. Did you guys see that? I haven't moved them over just yet. I should probably clarify. The 2 days have not passed. About 2 seconds have. I'm just up here on top of this tower trying to pick out the drop zone, shall we say. I'm pretty much going to pick, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 different locations to just place in, let's say 10 villagers in each of them. That sounds like a good number. Is that the same villager over there? I think it is. Maybe one of them survived. The iron golems are not doing a fantastic job, apparently. But yeah, I'm thinking maybe we drop some over here in the marketplace, high street area. Maybe a couple more just round by the entrance, although possibly not needed because we have all of the ones in the houses that we're going to be setting free. Maybe some over here by this fountain, possibly some kind of around the back near the mining area, and maybe some over by these collection of houses here. I think that should be good. Hello, friend, do you mind? I'm trying to record a clip here, thank you very much. So, as you can see, all of the villagers have moved over, and it makes it seem all worth it, because it took a long time to do, I'll be honest. It makes it seem all worth it when I find villagers like this guy right here, who have just naturally chosen to stand in one of these stalls here. He's selling some leather products. Admittedly, he's picked up the wrong workstation. He's chosen to use the barrel instead of the cauldron, but that's okay. I won't hold that against you. But yeah, we got that guy stood in the stall. There was another one in this one, but as you can see, we have our butcher and fisherman kind of sharing this stall, I guess. They're having a bit of trouble. But yeah, they've all kind of ended up all over the place, actually. There's a few of them who I've specifically placed down. If I actually go and show you here, there's a couple on all of the boats. Well, there were anyway. I hope they haven't disappeared. Okay, I did catch a few of them swimming earlier, so they may have swam ashore. But I placed some on the 3 boats here. But yeah, I think they've decided to jump ship because they are no longer here. But that's okay. They're free roaming villagers. They can do whatever they want. Yeah, they've definitely all decided to just swim ashore. Okay, well, that's fine. I won't take offense. But yeah, as you can see, or not here you can't, but we do have quite a lot of them just kind of roaming around the place, and it's just really nice to see. Some of them haven't picked up workstations yet, like this guy who's obviously looking at something up there that he wants to get, and a heavy handful of them have picked a barrel to be their workstation and have chosen to be a fisherman. I was trying to keep away from that, but basically what I did was when I was bringing them out of the villager breeder... Oh, we got a whole collection going on over here. Oh my goodness, so many people in the doctor's office. Having a party in here, are we, guys? You're not going any further, otherwise you get trapped and never come back out. So when I was bringing them out of the village breeder on their minecarts, I basically put a workstation close to them and see if they would pick it up, and they did and didn't sometimes, and in the end I just kind of gave up, and I was okay with the fact most of them being fishermen. This is a fishing village after all, so I don't mind if most of them kind of look the same. It sort of makes sense. But over on this side of the island, you should be able to see, actually you might not now because it's getting dark, but yeah, like this guy right here, this is my stonemason. He's just about to go into his house back to bed, which is awesome. This is a librarian who's obviously picked up a lectern from somewhere. He's probably trying to get in there to go to bed, but you can't, buddy, I'm afraid. And yeah, I've just released all of these villagers, so they are free roaming. I've spawned in a few more iron golems, and I absolutely love it. A couple of them have just got stuck like this, and they will probably continue doing that forever and ever because they can't get out. But yeah, most of the villagers are now free and roaming around the village, and it's just really cool to see. So once again, you catch me on top of the tower, kind of just standing up here and zooming in every now and again, taking a look at what the villagers are doing, seeing them living their lives and having their separate conversations with other villagers, and just roaming around and living freely. And it's really cool. And is that iron golem on the roof? I believe he is. Okay, continue panning on. It's just really cool to see them all walking around doing their own thing, and I feel very immersed when I'm stood up here. Even more so when I'm down on the ground, actually. I should maybe fly back down and continue walking around because it is really cool. Oh, this is another cool thing. This guy didn't place him here. He just naturally picked up that composter as a workstation. So we have somebody working in the greenhouse, which is actually kind of sweet. I hope that would be the case, but it's kind of random when you plop them down. As I said, most of them pick up the barrels, so we have quite a lot of dock workers. Okay, fair enough. That guy might be returning to his workstation on a boat maybe, which is why he's in the ocean. But yeah, we have quite a lot of workers on the docks. I think there's some more over here, which definitely suits this build, right? It would make sense to have them just kind of hanging around here. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I hope you guys appreciate the time that's gone into moving these guys. It was not fun. I also will say that I did actually destroy my village breeder over there. I thought that was the ethical choice. Yes, I did. So I've destroyed that and brought over the 3 villagers that were making that all function. So they did their hard work, and now they're being rewarded by being allowed to walk around our beautiful village here. I've just come up here to sleep, and apparently 4 villagers have made their way all the way to the top of the meeting hall. This is kind of my bedroom, guys. What are you doing up here? Please remove yourself. Thank you. So this clip is a little bit weird to record. Basically, I've finished the episode at this point in my time. For you, obviously, there's still some more time to go, but I've finished it and some time has passed since then. But I forgot to do one very important thing, which was to head inside the cartographer's house, if I can actually find it. Here it is back here, and update the village map so we can see what it looks like. Good to see you've actually returned to your workstation there, buddy. So the last time we did this was, wow, a very long time ago. My goodness, this is like the early days of the village. We didn't even start on this side yet, and we had concrete laid out to do houses. Okay, we won't be able to do this on camera. We're gonna have to do it one bit at a time. Is this a 3x3? If we break this middle one, is that gonna... Wow, that's quite the transformation. There we go. Okay, so then we'll break this one as well, and that's updating. And then we need the bottom one here by the looks of it, and that's all updated nice. And we might need this side one over here just a little bit. And I think that is actually it. We'll maybe grab this one just in case. We already did that, I think. This one down here, I'm not sure, but there we go. I think that is actually the finished map. Can we just take a step back and zoom in with Optifine? Yes, we can. Wow, that is actually really, really cool. I love how that looks. Oh my goodness, especially with all the pathways in, just highlighting where all of them are and actually, you know, separating from the houses. That is actually super cool. I love this. I've also done the same for the map next to the information stand over here. So as you can see, that one is complete too, on a little bit of a smaller scale. So now it's time to do something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Pretty much ever since we started this village, the end goal in mind for me personally was to do the same as what I do in my Techtopia videos whenever we finish a village there. So if you watch that series, you know what's coming. Basically, we're going to put the shaders on and we're going to get some nice music going, and we're basically just going to take a real fancy cinematic overview of the village. So sit back, relax, and enjoy these next 3 minutes. So there we go, everybody. That was Fisher's Nest, my most ambitious survival project I've ever taken on in this game, and also my most favourite. I am so happy with how this village has finished up. It's been immensely fun to construct this with you. It's taken us over a year, or I shouldn't say it's taken us a year because we haven't been working on it consistently, but it's been a year since we first started this. April the 1st, 2020 was actually when the first episode was released, when we built the village wall and the 2 entrances, and a lot has been placed inside of those walls. I'm just immensely pleased with the result here. I think it's such an awesome build, all collectively coming together. I'm just so very happy with it, and I hope you guys are too. So yeah, that is gonna be it for building in this village here. I'm gonna miss this place for sure, but don't worry, we will be returning to it very shortly. I know some of you are probably wanting maybe a bit of a closer look around, but don't worry, that will be coming next episode for episode 50, where we'll be doing an entire world tour and we'll check this place out a bit more in depth. Go over some of the first buildings that we did, check a few of them out on the inside, and yeah, it should be a good time, as well as checking, you know, the rest of the world. There is other stuff in this one, believe it or not. This is just the main attraction. So yeah, everybody, that is going to be it for today's episode. I really hope you have enjoyed watching. Thank you ever so much for doing that. Again, thank you for the continued support on this series. It's been an absolute blast building all of this with you, and I cannot thank you enough. So one more time, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time for episode 50 for the world tour. I hope you're looking forward to it, guys. See you then. Hold on, just 1 second. Hopefully you haven't gone anywhere just yet, because otherwise you would have missed something very cool I'm about to show you. You want to see a before and after of our village here? Hopefully you said yes, because that's what you're about to see. So here is the before of our village, which was just a simple Minecraft vanilla village with only a handful of houses, which we then transformed into this. Quite the change, if you ask me. A lot more is going on in this picture as opposed to the first, and yeah, it's just really awesome to see those two comparisons side by side and just see the amount of work we've done. So yeah, there's a cool little thing that you get rewarded for sticking to the very end of the video. Thank you for doing that, and yeah, for the, I don't know, 8th time I've said it at the end of this video, I've kind of lost count at this point. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.